Yo, man, if y'all don't know this place, this is in Atlanta, Georgia, GA. This is 901 Wright Street, bro. 901 Wright Street. This is one of the worst county jails in the state of Georgia and actually in United States of America, y'all. Look at this. This is Fulton County Jail. A lot of vicious attacks, a lot of unalivings, and these officers are corrupt. This is the worst county jail that I've ever landed into. Yeah, the worst. I'll never forget. Boy,
What's up?
I'll never forget.
What's going on, y'all? What's going on? This is your boy Big Miz from the zoo. And by the intro, you already see that we about to step into Fulton County Jail, man. And this is a jail that I've been to numerous times. You know what I'm saying? Once I got down to Atlanta, Georgia from Jersey, I was getting into a lot of BS, man. I was getting into a lot of BS, and they kept sending me back to Fulton County Jail. But this time, in this story right here, this is Fulton County Jail, 901 Wright Street, and I know that this time that I'm going down the road. You know what I'm saying? And I've been into this this part of the jail. You know what I'm saying? This so-called Thunderdome quite a few times, but it wasn't nothing like this time right here, man. Like once I got into the dorm, it was already like wild. It was kind of riled up already. Like even stepping into the dorm when I first got in there, everybody's at the door. You know what I'm saying? They piled up looking through the door at the people coming into the dorm, and they all in the way, like, and they not even like asking is you down or affiliated with anybody. They just looking at you. Everybody just looking at like, damn, shawty, you just gonna walk through us like that? No, like stuff like that. I mean. And I wasn't worried about that. Them other dudes that came in with me need to be worried about that or whatever. Boom, I'm going through. I'm going to my cell or whatever. Now, I kind of like made an imprint for myself kind of quick there. You know what I'm saying? So I was good. Like I didn't have too many problems, and I didn't get tested too much, but I did get tested about stuff like people trying me, asking me for the good part of the stuff that's on my tray. You know what I'm saying? When I wasn't talking to people, they trying me. So I'm like, yo, what? I'm like, yo, let me get that part of your tray. You know what I'm saying? So like, I was on it like that. I wasn't going for all that stupid crazy stuff or whatever. But that light stuff took place, and then I was there in this dorm for like 6 months. And boy, man, this one guy comes in. This one guy comes in, bro, and he was of Caucasian descent. This dude was maybe 5'10", 235 pounds, 240 pounds. But by the look of him, if you paid attention to him and looked from this part to this part of his face, he just came across a little, he just seemed just a little off. If that makes any sense. Like he just had a weird type of look to him, and his gait was funny. What I mean by his gait, his walk. His walk was funny. And when he came in with an officer, and he's holding some paperwork like a scroll. He had it rolled up, and he's holding it like a scroll, and he's smiling, right? And he's coming in saying, yo, what's up, guys? What's up, man? What's up, man? What's up? He's doing all this, and I'm at the table playing cards, and I'm looking at dude, and I can tell that something is going to happen with him. I don't know exactly what, but I was thinking like, yo, dude is going to get into some BS. He being way too nice or whatever, and these dudes are not like that. These dudes are very savage, they very petty in here, and they're looking for the next thing to be their excitement. You know what I'm saying? Like, they want to keep things going all the time. This is Fulton County Jail. This ain't no other place. Don't get it twisted. Like, on every level in here, there's something going on, bro. You know what I'm saying? So, I see him start getting bombarded by people, and he's showing, like, people his paperwork, and then he's trying to find out where his room is. He's holding his bed in and all that. He's picking it up, he's holding it, and he's walking with this damn scroll. Now he goes into his cell, And he must have showed his cellie his paperwork off the rip. You know what I'm saying? And his cellie opened the door. He bust open the door. He started calling a couple of his people like, yo, come here, folk. Come here, folk. Yo, Shouty, come here, Shouty, for real. Come here. So he was running over there in they little shower shoes. You hear him running. They run into the cell or whatever. Boom. They go in the cell. And then I hear like a little rumbling, some noise. Doo-doo, doo-doo. I was like, oh man, they started already. But the door opens and this dude is standing there. And mind you, when he came in and started saying what's up to everybody, he was saying, hey, my name is Blake. Hey man, what's up, man? Blake, bro. Hey man, Blake. Right, so Blake opens the door and he's like, oh man, y'all are crazy, man. Like if they was wrestling with her, they was doing something, but he done made it to the door and he's smiling. So I'm thinking, yo, it's all good. You know what I mean? So I keep on playing cards and I'm talking to my cellie like, yo, it's something up with dude. Old boy seem like he gonna be some trouble. He like, why you say that, Jers? Why you say that? I was like, man, I can just tell, man. I can tell. So we keep playing cards. I'm saying like maybe an hour or something later, they're calling for us to line up. They got chow at the door. They serving lunch or whatever. And they saying, trays up. So we getting up, getting these little weak trays or whatever. And this dude comes out. He's trying to give his tray away, but he's holding his paperwork to somebody else, asking them, like, what you think I'm going to get with this? Like, what, like, read this. What do you think I'm going to get? And this is a big rule, because people don't do that. They don't go just checking your paperwork when you come into Georgia jails. You don't do that. Now, so him just putting it out there and putting it in your face, this was not a good thing. You know what I'm saying? Because come to find out, he's showing everybody that he has a SA charge. He's showing everybody that he done did something to a very, very young minor in the worst way. And he's here with us. And he must be the first time him coming to jail. He had to be like 22 or something years old. He was doing all the wrong things. All the wrong things. Like, it made no sense how he was coming across inside of this this jail block in front of everybody, man. And it was 4 individuals that came from down the road that stayed upstairs. And these dudes stayed like gang tight. You know what I'm saying? Like they was all affiliated or something. But it was 2 white dudes and 2 black dudes. And these dudes looked shot out. You know what I'm saying? Tattooed up, tattoos all over their face, all that. Like, these dudes was chain gang for real. They was moving like it. They never split apart or none of that. And they hardly come out their cell. These dudes hardly come out their cell. Like, even while we eating lunch, these guys be coming out eating other stuff. And they looking down, you know what I'm saying? Seeing who they next victim or something going to be. This is how, to me, how it's coming across. You know what I'm saying? But they never said nothing to me with some head nods or whatever when they going to work out. They looking at head nod. I'm like, all right, yeah, like, because they saw that I was a little bit older and I wasn't going for the BS. And plus, I didn't sound like I was from down south, so you just not trying me with anything. That just wasn't going on. You know what I'm saying? But I noticed one of the young boys that was looking at this man's paperwork, sitting there like, hold on, I gotta show my folk. Hold on, I'll be right back. They gonna tell you how to work this out. For real, they got you. No, he running upstairs. He goes into one of their cells upstairs. And he's in there maybe 7 minutes or something. You know what I'm saying? And I guess they're looking at his charges. They reading it up real good or whatever. And they looking down there. The officers in them is going out the dorm. Everybody's eating or whatever. And then they go back into the cell. Once everybody like clears out and he's still down there, they come out. And they looking. And I see them. I see it's all 4 of them standing there. But then 2 of them go back in the room, and then both of the white dudes are standing there, and they was like, hey, get bro right there, man. Get bro right there. They was like, who you talking about? Like, bro, the new dude, the new folk. And they tap Blake, and he look up, and he's like, yo, come here, man, come here. I got your paperwork, come here. He was like, hold on for a minute. And they was like, nah, come here, it's important. I'm trying to help you out, come here. And he was like, all right. So he's sitting up there talking to some one dude downstairs, and he was like, all right, man, all right. And he went to go shake his hand. And the dude balled his fist and did like this. And whatever, he didn't even want to shake his hand. And he taps his fist. He goes, Boom, running up the stairs, taking 2 steps at a time. Boom, 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 going up the steps. And I was like, man, like, I know the jails. I know the movements. I be knowing what's going on. And I can just see that this ain't right. Calling him upstairs, like, what y'all want with this boy? But he goes up there. He goes into that cell, right? Now, we're downstairs. I done went into my cell or whatever. And they must hear something going on out there, like outside the door. I can't hear nothing. I'm in my cell. I'm reading a book. And my cellie come in. Boom. He busts right through the door. He's like, yo, Jerz. Yo, they getting old buddy. They getting old buddy. And I was like, yo, what you talking about? I'm like, that dude, the white boy, Blake. I was like, Blake. I was like, yo. So I get up. I go out there. And when I look, everybody is like on the wall. And this is what they usually was doing in Fulton County. Like, if they're not standing there just looking up, you know what I'm saying, trying to see what's going on, or running up there, cats will go towards the wall, and all they got to do is put their back on the wall, then they can look at that whole top line, you know what I'm saying, that top tier up there. And I notice it's like 10 people doing that, you know what I'm saying, so they don't run to the situation or whatever. There's some people on the steps looking and everything, and I know and I hear something going on, some rumbling and rustling or whatever, and then the door busts open. Yo, when this door busts open, this fully dressed man that went in there is now coming out of this cell, bro. He comes out of this cell with a towel around his waist. Must have been given by these dudes from down the road. You know what I'm saying? He got a towel around his waist. He got a washcloth in his hand, soap. You know what I'm saying? He got shower shoes on and everything, bro. And 2 of these dudes is escorting him to the shower. And they're talking to him, but they talking to him low. And he's saying stuff back to them, like he's talking back to them or whatever. But he's walking. He's not walking slow. He's not like looking too scared or whatever. He's just looking normal, but he's walking to the shower. Threw me way off. Because I was like, it was no reason that I'd be thinking, yo, they beating him up, they gonna pour him out and try to kill him or whatever. But they walking this man to the shower. He takes a shower. He's in there for like maybe 8 minutes or something like that. They tell him, bro, come up out that shower. You know what I'm saying? The black dude walk right back down to the cell. He go into the cell. White dude escorting Blake back into the cell. Once he opened the door, he pushed him into the cell. And then he hurried up, went and closed the door. Now, these doors in Fulton County Jail, they don't green light. You can't just close it, then you locked in and all that. They had like some type of t-shirt or something at the top of the door and just close it so it can be shut, where people have to kind of struggle to get it open, but you can get it open. And once he did that, like, everybody is looking like, you know, push folk in the door. Now you hear it again, boom, 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 boom. And one dude looks out, boom, he closed the door, and yo, immediately you hear a big thump, boom, and then you're hearing this dude like pleading for his help, like if he was trying to like fight them off for him or whatever. But after a couple minutes, man, that thing turned horrendous. I'm talking about, it was disturbing everybody in the dorm. No matter if you was rooting for it at first, like, oh, yo, this crazy, yo, like, they getting the dude that essayed a minor, you know what I'm saying? Everybody's riled up about it, and some people not even caring what's going on. They in they cell or whatever, and I'm seeing what's going on, but the sound of it, bro. You hear this dude in there, the first yell that he yelled out must have been the first time they done ran a truck up in him. You know what I'm saying? Like, this dude like, no, oh my God, and you're hearing this for like 15, 20 minutes at a time while everybody's like quiet in the dorm. None of the officers in that booth in the top is even paying attention to us. They're not banging on the glass. They're not doing none of that. And you just hear this dude. You hear him. And then it went on for like 30 minutes or whatever. And I noticed that they're coming to the door. They're looking out. And these dudes is drenched in sweat. No shirt on. Nothing. They looking. Boom. They close the door again. you hear this dude, man. And people downstairs started telling his roommate, like, yo, you gotta stop this. You know what I'm saying? Put the dude in the red zone, man. Go ahead and get him up out of here. Put him in the red zone, man. You should have did that as soon as you saw his paperwork. You beat on him or something and put him in the red zone and had them officers take him up out of here, man. Like, stop this shit. We ain't with all this gay shit. Like, you could stop that. You know what I'm saying? And his roommate was down with a gang. You know what I'm saying? And he was from Atlanta. And he had his boys there, but it was only like 3 or 4 of them that was all tight together. The other cats that was in there, you know what I'm saying, were civilians and stuff. And they was way deeper that pressed up on him. They was like, yo, come on. Matter of fact, if you ain't going to go get him, you said you ain't going to go get him? He was like, nah, folk. You know what I'm saying? Them boys from the chain gang, they from down the road. They doing what they do. Like, he was like, all right, so come up under the stairs. We can handle this right here. Come up under the stairs. You ain't going to do that? We going to take care of you. Then we going upstairs. And he's standing there for a minute. Then he started calling his people. And he started talking to them. And they started walking towards the stairs. And he was like, nah, hold up, folk. Hold up, folk. And then they went up the stairs. When they went up the stairs or whatever, they going by the door, and you could still hear this dude and what's going on with this dude, right? So his roommate is trying to pull the door. He can't, so he knocking on the door, and they open it. Boom, they're like, what's up? What's up? He was like, yo, fool, look. And he trying to talk low. He was like, fuck is you talking all low to me for, nigga? He was like, speak up. He was like, what you want? He was like, y'all brought this nigga up here. What you want? And Blake's roommate is trying to tell them, yo, stop. Don't do this, whatever like that. Boom, boom. Dude say, yo, get the fuck away from my cell or you going to be next. He's like, I put that on everything I love. You going to be next. Boom. He closed the door. Blake's roommate came downstairs. He talking to his homeboys. Now he's getting amped. He like, yeah, fuck that. Boom, boom, boom. He going downstairs. He like, F this, man. I don't know who these folks think they talking to. I don't care where you came from. I don't give a fuck if you came from Hayes, Hancock, Smith, anything, nigga. Tell fair. You could have came from Alto, nigga. I don't give a fuck. He sit up there yelling, but he's going towards the red zone. Right, he's going towards the red zone, and his officers walking past the door, not in the booth. They walking past the door while he yelling, saying all this stuff. And they look and they say, hold on, open up 400. Open up 400. And they come and say, they come in this toilet and say, what's going on? What's going on in this dorm? And the young boy is saying, nah, folks, they get sweet talking about, I'm going to be next. I'm going to be next. Yeah, and this is what you don't do. You don't do this. But I see the tactic that he was using, but you don't supposed to do this. You are straight up dry snitching, and you're just telling the scenario so they can be full of the information and then handle dude like that. But this is how he's kicking it. And he got the officers to going up the steps or whatever. And the situation is still going on. You know what I'm saying? And the officer he just pulled the door open. He was like, yo, what's going on here? He was like, and they go calling for backup or whatever. They going, one officer went in, you know what I'm saying? Went in the cell, and he telling them to back against the wall. And he's trying to get them out one at a time. But what he do, he pulls Blake out first. This dude comes out stark butt naked, head looking like the Pumpkin Man, you know what I'm saying? Like knots and bumps all over him. He's standing there like trying to hold his private part. No, he need to be holding the back of you, but he's holding his private part. He's standing there, he looking all crazy, dude crying. He's acting real hysterical. He's bugging out, you know what I'm saying? He got like blood on him, you know what I'm saying? Like he's looking real hurt, real beat up. And one of the officers get a sheet and throw it to him. He's wrapping it around his waist, and he done wrapped it around the top or whatever of him through his whole body. He's standing there still looking crazy. Everybody looking up or whatever at the situation. There's more officers running in. Boom, they running in, they looking up, running upstairs. They got these cans on them and all that. And they get these dudes, man. Like the officers telling them what's going on, what just happened, and some of them are asking Blake what's going on. He's trying to talk, but he's saying and it's like, come on, man, you got to tell us what's going on. You got to tell us. But they walking him out of the dorm. You know what I'm saying? Out of the cell block. They walking him out, and the dudes that actually attacked him, you know what I'm saying, I think they put more charges on these boys that was already coming from down the road to handle some light stuff inside the county jail in Fulton. But now they got grape charges themselves, you know what I'm saying? and aggravated assault charges on top of that. So they just made their situation way worse. You know what I'm saying? I guess they thought that was the chain gang way to go about that situation. If I was in the business of being an evangelist, and like when people come in, I'm hurting the people that hurt other people and all that, I don't think that in my mind I'm gonna say, yo, I want to run up in him. You know what I'm saying? Like, even people putting objects in people and stuff like that, you still have to get to the part where you're forcing him to pull his pants down and all that, and you're doing stuff like that. And I just wouldn't be a part of that. You know what I'm saying? But it's people that's out here that will accomplish that job. They did it to this boy Blake, and this story right here is the 4 inmates that gang banged Blake, man. It's a wild situation, bro. I advise you, if you're in the field of looking at children as being your next victim, because they're harmless and they can't do nothing to you and they're very weak, there's some dudes inside these prisons and these chain gangs that they're waiting for you, bro. They waiting for you. They actually ready to give you the same thing that you gave out. They got that for you. They got that for you every trip. That's a fact. And for the brothers that's out here trying to maintain out here in these streets, please don't let nobody slide up under you. You know what I'm saying? That's a crash out. That's just down. You know what I'm saying? And wants to bring you down with them. Try to get you in the car with them while they spin the block and do something, and then you go down with him under that felony murder rule, or get caught up with any type of crew where they railroad all of y'all, you know what I'm saying, and send y'all to the feds or something like that, just by being a part of some type of faction or gang. You know what I'm saying? And please don't just go out there and do something stupid where you find yourself in somebody's county jail, prison, or chain gang. I'm going to leave a link right here. You know what I'm saying? Please, y'all support the channel. The link is right here. Support the channel. Support your boy Big Miz from the zoo. I mean, and like, share, subscribe to the channel. Like, share, subscribe to the channel. Punch that like button and kick a comment. This your boy.